Who wants to read the next?
Over 200 sprinkle volunteer as sharing with a cherry. Jackie, a college student, volunteered all last year.
Perfect. Good, yes. Volunteered, so all last year was in the past. Who wants to read the next? Got takers, any takers for the next sentence? If not, I'll read it. He called elderly people on the phone once a week and talked to each person. So in the past.
Why? I think that is present perfect. Oh, why? This is present. I don't know.
Once a week.
No, it's all last year when you have, oh, so everyone agrees with volunteered all last year, because that was in the past. And it's still referring to the past, when he called elderly people on the phone once a week. Once a week would be in the past, and talked to each person. He said it was a very valuable experience. It was. So we're still referring to the past. If you took that one sentence just by itself and took it out, what we call out of context, then it could go either way. But because you have to look at, that's why it's important when you hear something, you hear the entire context of what's being said, not just one little bit, because that changes the meaning. So he said it was a very valuable experience. Betsy, a 35-year-old woman of 2, has volunteered for 2 years so far and has loved and loves it. Has volunteered. Has volunteered. Does everyone agree on that one?
Yes.
Okay. Agree? Betsy, a 35-year-old mother of 2, has volunteered for 2 years, so she's done her volunteering so far in the past.
So far.
Yeah. And so far, loves it, so in the past. Does that make sense to everyone?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Okay, just as long as we're on the same page. The same thought. All right, so this next one, what we'll do is I'll write up on the board and we'll do some sentences on this. So we're going to make sentences about Betsy's volunteer experience, include the number of times and times expressions. So the example here is Betsy visited seniors at their homes 30 times last year, and she visited them 15 times so far this year. So that's identifying that first activity on the top line. So we'll go from there, and so on the second one, it's pretty much the same. So the next one, delivered meals. What sentence would be? Do out of that one. It's pretty much going to be the same as the A. So Betsy delivered
Last year 25 times.
Yeah,
This
Betsy.
year 10.
Betsy delivered meals 25 times last year. And then if you wanted to do it all in one sentence, you could put, and so far has delivered ten meals this year. It's kind of a long run-on sentence, but it can be done. So Betsy delivered meals 25 times last year. And if you wanted to, you could break it and just put period. So far this year,
So far
and
this
you could
year.
put so far
This year.
this year. She has delivered 10 meals. So there's different ways to construct the sentence. Pretty self-explanatory. Is there a somewhat different way that you would put it together? So Betsy delivered meals 25 times last year. So far this year, and you would put a comma after this year, she has delivered 10 meals.
10 times.
So another way to write it would be, she has delivered 10 meals so
10
far
times.
this year. Just different ways of writing it. But in this case, you have to have that comma. So far this year, comma, she has delivered 10 meals.
She has delivered 10 times meal.
Hmm?
10 times, right? Or 10 meals.
So far this year,
10
she
times
has
of meals.
delivered 10,
10 times
oh,
of
10
meal.
times, number of times this year.
Yeah.
Okay, so, yeah, 10.
Time.
So I don't know if
Last year,
she's doing
75.
10 meals or just 10 times, 10 times,
times,
has
10
delivered
times,
10
10
times. We need to have a little ledge here for our thing, let's see, the 10 times. So we're talking about times, not meals, individual meals. Thank you. May I can I erase this? Done?
Yes.
Okay. All right, and then help Sally put meals in the truck. How would we start that out? And we're talking about Betsy. So I'll start the first word, Betsy. What's the next word that we would put in there? So Betsy, Betsy, what? What's the next word? Betsy helped. Betsy helped. I write my E's different ways. Sometimes they come out E, sometimes they come out that. I have no rhyme or reason, it just comes out of my brain that way. Betsy helped Sally put meals in the
Number three. Number two. Number three. Number three.
Number 3,
Call seniors.
the seniors home. So number 3, is that what you're, let me take that off of there. So Betsy helped Sally put meals in the truck. 5 times? 5 times last year. Last year. And then if we did the number of times this year, it would be Betsy helped Sally. Betsy has helped Sally. So for the number of times this year would be Betsy has helped Sally put meals in the truck 1 time this year. Is that? Betsy has helped put